God is truth and brilliance. I got a gun that shoot through ceilings. My feelings left at 9-6 when they killed the prophet, and now they getting killed for profit. I'm Aquaman sailing a yacht.
Hey yo, LAZ, if you make music out there and you need some music promo, I got it for you. You heard? Instagram and YouTube. Get at me. Hey yo, shout out to the whole Bronx. Shout out to the bro Duran. You heard? If you rep that Bronx, make sure you get in them comments and let me know you out there repping. Z-Man Suicide Polo with the Ski Man running around the hood like He-Man. You already snowmobile. If you love what I'm doing on this channel, feel free to send me a Cash App donation at $GemPopFam. You heard? If you need that promo, you need a collab from the guard, holla at that email to GemPopLLC@gmail.com. Send me a message, let me know what you need, and I'll get right back at you. You heard? If you on Instagram, send me a DM at Real Saint Laz, at Real Saint Laz. You heard? I'm on deck with it. But yo, we bringing y'all movies this week. You heard? This whole month, we bringing y'all movies. So don't touch that dial.
He knew what was going on, and he told me that he was going to come back, that he had to go upstairs and get something. And I told him, yeah, that's what I want you to do. Go upstairs and get something. I'm going to wait for you right here. I want to continue from the story about the vest, right? And we'll go back to 86 and 87 another time, right? I just remembered this story and I want to give it to you now. Well, I got it, in my mind. Are you ready to go, champ?
Yes, sir.
All right. So one of the reasons I had the vest on, like I told you, going through the hood, and I just want to be clear, man. When I say 183rd, I don't mean all the brothers in 183rd, because I got a lot of solid brothers from there, In fact, they never flipped on me through all the trials and tribulations that I went through. So I hate sometimes you say something and people take it personal. A lot of people say things, and instead of me taking it personal, if it don't apply, I just let it fly. So that's what I asked the brothers from 183rd to do, because I got mad respect for them, all of them. People out the window are the ones I'm talking about. I'm not talking about gangsters calling the police. I'm talking about people in the neighborhood. I have no understanding why, but it's just crazy. I couldn't go around there. I'm always getting pulled over, something's happening over there, and they decide they want to search me over here. So it was just a crazy place for me to be. But so the wig thing, the day I had the wig on, I literally passed by two of my what I would say, one was a bandit, and the other one was prospective bandit. So the one bandit, the prospective bandit, let me tell you his story real quick, because I'll forget it and never tell it to you. So the one prospective bandit, I was sitting in the cab that I was telling you about. I'm in the back seat looking at him dead in his face, and he's walking towards me. And of course, we just passing by, but it's amazing how he's walking right towards the cab that I'm in, right on that block, right before I hit Burnside. This is my word. So, and remember, that's a long block. Shit. I don't know. It's just crazy. But him and I'll get back to the other kid in a minute, but this particular kid literally had, when I did get knocked, we stayed in contact. And, he's the kind of dude, I borrow his BMW, crashed it, He don't care. You know, that's how we was in New York until this particular incident occurred and his man got killed. When his man got killed, I don't know, this other individual, remember, these are two individuals I'm talking about. One is the prospective bandit, and I'll tell you that the bandit was telling people that I'm the one that killed this particular dude. Now, this particular dude has some spots in the neighborhood. So you know how that goes. He got friends, whatever fans, you know how it is. He's smacking dudes in the neighborhood. You know, if they don't have his money, they come up short. He give them 5 bundles at a time, whatever it is. You know, he smack them if they short. He's that type of dude. But anyway, he gets killed, and the bandit, right, the bona fide bandit, is telling people, he's spreading a rumor that I'm the one who killed the deceased. So that's why I'm wearing the vest when I go around there, because I know those dudes trying to kill me. I heard about $25,000 contract. So, you know, when I did go through there, you know, I had the vest on, and, you know, in the disguise, you know what I mean? It's only natural, right? Anybody with a, you know, like I said, half a brain, why should I go there, you know, like I'm Tom Jones or something, right? Like, I don't care. Nah, I'm gonna have a disguise on and a vest. So anyway, I goes through there, and I seen the bandit. The bandit is spreading the word that I did this thing because he claims that he saw me that night. He claimed that he saw me that night. Now I'm talking about the bandit because the bandit is dead as we speak. The bandit was killed by his man. Anyway, getting back to the bandit spreading the word that it was me, his reason for saying it was me is because he knew I was, how do you say, he knew he was my bandit. You understand that, right? So he knew I wanted to do something to him. I'm not saying I wanted to kill him, but I wanted to, you know, I wanted him to feel some pain, that's for sure. Because they gave him a contract, because, you know, long story short, what happened, this is how it all started with him and me. This little dude, and I say little dude because he was little, he was asking me to help him with his rent. They was always getting ready to kick him out. I'll be driving by, he'll stop me. I'll be like, hey, man, don't stress that. And then he would beg me, you know, like to take him with me, you know, when I collect some money. You know, so he knew I might collect some big money sometimes, and he wanted to come with me. I warned him, I said, look, man, you know, where I go is, you know, I'm not sure that's where you want to go. But he promised, you know, he swore to me that he was going to go wherever I took him. So one night I finally needed one dude. I needed somebody, you know, to come with me. I could collect, I don't know, well, 20, 30,000. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but so I said, all right, so I need one guy. It's just me. I need one more guy. I don't mind paying him. I know exactly how much I could pay somebody. So I goes and I grab, I'm knocking on his door, ringing the bell, ding dong, right? He comes, he said, yo. I said, yo, what's happening, brother? Remember what we spoke about? This, you know, it's gold, man. It's tonight. He said, all right. Give me a few minute, I'm using the bathroom. Whatever he said. I can't remember what he said. I know he told me to wait. So I waited, I'm waiting. Man, shit. 20 minutes go by. 25, 30 minutes, 35. Well, I mean, I might be exaggerated because I'm not that patient. It might have been 10 to 15 minutes to be, straight up. So them 10, 15 minutes went by, I start knocking hard. I'm getting angry now because I got to go. And so now 10, 15 minutes to me sounds like, you playing games. So anyway, just to make, like I said, man, he never came out. I waited as long as I could, and he just disappeared in that little apartment. I don't know if he went out the window. I doubt it. But, he just never came back to the door after I told him, where we was going. So anyway, this comes to shove. Now, he's known in the hood as a top, gangster, stick-up kid, hitman, everything. He'd take any job, you understand me? He'd take all the jobs. So in fact, he took a job because somebody told him that I robbed the spot, down the block. Somebody told him I robbed this spot. But that's not, it wasn't really how it went down. See, the dude told me that anytime I go over there to his spot, I could get 2 bags on the strength. If I don't have no money, they still gonna give me 2 bags. But I went over there one night and the dude told me he can only give me 1 bag. So I'm telling him, yo, I told you, man, homeboy said I get 2. So he was like, yo, I can only give you 1. So I said, well, that means I'm gonna have to take everything. That's what happened. See, it wasn't like I went over there to rob the spot. But I told him, a few times, yo, listen, I told you, man, homeboy said when I come around, I get 2 bags. He said, yeah, but I can only give you 1. Well, like I said, that means I got to take all your shit. So that's what happened. So anyway, ended up taking this shit, and so like 2 or 3 days later, I see the bandit I'm telling you about, the deceased. And he's over there asking me if I robbed that spot. I'm looking at this dude like, yo, man, I just saved your life, man. They offered me 10 G's to take your head off. And I just sat you down in the car with the homeboy that offered me the 10 G's, and I just squashed that beef and gave you another shot at life and a chance to pay back that debt, because you just be running off with packages. People just getting tired of your ass. But I just can't do it because I remember you from, we was up north together. We go back a little something. I can't do that. Motherfucker offer me, and I just don't, I just could not do that. So I sat you down and told you that this was your time to go. I told you that. But I told you that I'm going to give you another shot. And y'all two got to talk this over. Because I was mad at homeboy for offering me that money. I'm going to be honest with you, because I told him, what's wrong with you, man? We all from the same spot. We was all together up north. You just turned into a millionaire. Now you going to act like he's some kind of bird. Yeah, he much fucked up, got a habit and all that, but that don't mean you got to, ice him. Anyway, I told him, let me talk to him. I'm going to bring him in the car so you could talk to him too. And that's how I did it. Now, this the same motherfucker now going around asking me if I robbed the spot down the block. You coming at me like you gonna do something about it. So he ain't really talk about what he really wanted to say. wanted to talk about that body, but he changed it into that spot. I don't know what he was doing, whatever it was. So what happened is, one night I was driving by, I was late at night. And like I told you, I would catch him out there late, 2, 3 in the morning. He'd be strung out on crack or dope, whatever the fuck it was. Always need some money to pay his rent or he's gonna get kicked out. That's the type, Meanwhile, he's sticking dudes up. He's grinding, he's a grinder. I'm gonna be honest with you. He was doing some grindy shit back then. So nobody trusted him, but he always had a pistol. So he was scary. He would shoot you. He definitely shoot dudes and rob them. So, anyway, the same brother, like I said, that was offering the contract, to do this kid dirty, he was another dude I was up north with that told me that I was going to be a millionaire when we get home. All I got to do is be his bodyguard, just be with him, drive around the block, let dudes know I'm down with him, that type of shit. So, but of course, that was only a dream. Like I was trying to tell dudes, man, I don't care, man. Dudes is only going to sell you a dream. But drug dealer is the best dream dealer in the world. Let me just get back to this other thing now. So anyway, right. So he literally put $5,000 out there. He put $5,000 in my hands. Told me, here's 5, man. I'll give you the other 5 when it's done. And I said, oh, I ain't even want that money in my hands. By the way, I'm also talking about this dude. He's dead too. The one that offered me the money. So, there's nobody going to jail for this. Right. So what happened is this dude here turned around and now he's telling everybody that I killed his man, and his shit ain't right because nobody, his man got killed something like 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? Nobody saw, from what I understand, nobody saw what happened. Now this guy's spreading the word that it was me. And he's basically, because what happened is, I seen him that night. All right? I seen him that night. I was out there alone, like I'm always am. I'm driving around in, in Jaws. I call my Jeep, I used to call him Jaws, the great white shark. So I'm coming by, and guess who I see? My bandit. Just who I want to see. And, but he was with his wife right on the corner. I'm not going to name streets and none of that right now. I would just say the South Bronx. But he was right on the corner with his wife. They out there all alone. I'm talking about this, we all, after 2 o'clock in the morning. Nobody else is out there. So, of course, I get out of my Jeep and steps over there. And, I'm looking at him in the eyes. I got some real cold-blooded shit in my eyes right now. I can't lie. He sees it. The thing is that I knew his wife. His wife and me, we was tight, for years. So he knew what was going on, and he told me that he was going to come back, that he had to go upstairs and get something. And I told him, yeah, that's what I want you to do. Go upstairs and get something. I'm going to wait for you right here. So I let him go upstairs, and so he had to cross the street and go in the building. I watched where he was going and all that. So his wife, she stayed in my face, and she started telling me, yo, I know that look in your eyes. better not do nothing. Matter of fact, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here. I'm staying right here. I'm not going anywhere when he comes back. So I said, ooh, this whole thing was getting real complicated now. Damn. I'm asking her to leave. I told her, you should go home because him and we have to talk. And she said, I'm not going anywhere. I know what you're going to try to do. I know what you guys are going to do. So I said, now, this brother, I'm almost slipping to say his name, but I'm not going to do it. This brother had been up north with me. He knows what it is to go gun to gun, right? So he knows where the school I came from. Even though I'm born and raised in the South Bronx, I consider myself a pica piedra, all right? Because I've been with the most Puerto Rican macheteros they could possibly be. So I understand the culture. So when it comes to something like this, I'm thinking, I'm ready to go all out. So she didn't go nowhere. No matter what I told her, she didn't go nowhere. She stayed in my face. So, like I said, her and we was real cool. I mean, we were so cool. He asked me one time if I had fucked her. You know what I'm saying? That's how cool her and I was. Of course, I didn't fuck her. I wasn't with that at all. We just cool. I mean, she need a ride somewhere, I'm gonna give her a ride. I'm a gentleman. She did not leave. So when homeboy came back, the bandit that I'm telling you about, the same guy that's going around telling everybody that I did something that I did not do, got the whole neighborhood thinking I'm some kind of cold-blooded murderer. So anyway, so now he's coming back. He thinks he don't know. I know that he's been spreading this rumor, So I want to smack him. I want to do something to him. I want to knock him out. Whatever it is I got to do, he got to get it. So, but remember, the wife ain't leaving. So when he came back, she was still there, and she kind of standing right real close to me in the middle type stuff. Anyway, but I let him see that I waited for him to go and get his jammy. You understand me? Because, I came up with some dude that taught me about things like John Wayne and things like that. There's a saying of John Wayne that means, you'll both go at it shooting at each other. So I guess I was ready for that. But it never happened because, like I said, she didn't leave. And but I looked him in the eyes. He looked me in the eyes. I could see he was scared. He didn't want to do nothing. He got his hand in his pocket with his little jammy. I understand that. But I'm letting him know, man, you don't scare me at all. But you got that ain't, you know what I'm saying? You just ain't fast enough for me.
What year was this, you said?
This was the year I got knocked off in 91. So I gave him that look in his eyes and I let him know he was lucky. And I also looked at her and said, you got that. You got that, sis. And I left. So that's why that motherfucker started spreading the rumor that I iced the other dude. Because he felt that real fear that night. You understand me? He didn't, come on, this is after midnight and I'm alone. He's with his wife. He knows how I'm getting down at this moment. And he didn't want it. Come on, my wife can't stop me from doing nothing. Let's be realistic. And what was she doing there anyway? If you really want to do something, you're supposed to take her with you and leave her upstairs. like I have done. So it's all good. He also knew that her and I was tight, so I could see him hoping, that she was not gonna leave. But here's why I'm talking about this bandit. In 1991, I finally got remanded after 3 gun arrests. And the third one was the one with the vest I was telling you all about. So, and now you might have an idea why I had the vest on. People were blaming me for something I didn't do. Anyway, so now when I get arrested, whatever, I end up going to the Bronx house of detention. That's the first place I went to. So, of course, I locked it down right away. I don't know what it is with me. I just have this natural way of locking down the phone.
Now, that's not the boat. That's the boat or another spot.
No, ain't no boats. I've never been on no boat. They don't let me on no boats. Bronx house is closed now. That's why you don't know about it. But it used to be in the Bronx, right by 161st, River Avenue.
Yeah, I think I heard about it.
Yeah, it was there forever. What happened is, I don't know what happened, but they closed it down. Asbestos or whatever it was. But so what happened there? Okay, so now I'm in the Bronx house. I got my house. I got the phone. And guess who comes into my house? Sick like a dog, kicking from a dope habit, looking like a crackhead, and sleeping right now. The first time I see him, he's knocked out sleeping. Guess who that is?
Who, the same dude?
The bandit, one telling everybody I killed the other dude, which was not true. For all I know, he did it. You know how that is. Dudes do something and say, no, it was such and such. Just what they call that a diversion. So he's sleeping like a baby because, he's kicking. So I seize him and I goes right to his bed and I waits a little while and I wait to see if he moves around a little so I can wake him up. I don't want to wake him up right away. I just want to stand there for a while. It's like, damn, look at all the things I could do to this dude. I don't know why, but I just had this fascination with just looking at him and seeing how easy this was. It was just too easy. I couldn't do that. It was just too easy. So I waited for him to wake up. And I woke him up. I don't know, one of the two. I probably woke him up. Blah. So when he woke up, first thing he seen was my face. And, well, you can imagine the look on his face. But he stayed laying down. He didn't get up. He stayed laying down, passive, accepting his fate. And, I let him know, this could be the end. Right here, right now. You a little piece of shit, you know that. I don't know why you went. I'm not even getting into that. But what I'm going to do is tell you this right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let you kick, get healthy, feel as strong as you can possibly feel. And then I'm gonna do you dirty. Okay? Now, let me ask you, do you need to use the phone? Yeah, Of course, he needed to use the phone. So I push him on the phone. Dang. I go to bed. You know, I'm on point. I'm not sleeping on him like that. I know he's a little snake. So I goes to bed. The next morning, I get up. Homeboy's gone. I put him on the phone. He called whoever and got the fuck out of there. Son of a bitch. Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't see him again for another 2 years, but it's just an interesting point I wanted to tell you about how things are. People think, you know, you do shit in the streets and it won't catch up to you. You know, you go to prison, you think you could hide out. Let me tell you something, it's easier to get you when you're in prison than it is to get you out here. There's no way to run when you're inside. So when only reason why I didn't do something to him is because he was helpless. And I just can't do, I've never done that. I can't do that. Just like killing the little animals, I can't do that. Or, you know, whooping up on an old man that can't fight back. I can't, you know, I don't understand none of that. You know, but, you know, he got killed when he went home. By another brother I know. And it is what it is. You know, in my opinion, I didn't understand, you know, why they was hanging out together in the first place. But, hey, you see how there. Karma is something else. He had a lot of people fooled that he was a great guy. You know, I guess he had 1 year or 2 years out here and he changed his life around, whatever. I seen him on the beach one time, and Orchard Beach. And, you know, he was big, you know, he was doing real good. I can't tell you whether or not he was dipping or not. I can't even, you know, I just can't. I don't know what he was doing. I know he was supposedly some kind of big supervisor in the job or whatever it was. You know, I try to press up on him a little because I didn't have no money, you know. I let him know, you know, I could use a few bucks. And, but he said, yeah, whatever. He said, come on, let me buy you a drink. We went over there, he bought me a beer, whatever it was. And then he disappeared. I never seen him again. Let's see. Yeah, so the moral, I think, with the story there is that, you know, you can run, but you can't hide, right? So, dude was violating me out there. And the crazy part is that in my experience, it's 9 out of 10 dudes that I got beef with is usually a brother I was helping. It's usually a brother I was enlightening. I was giving him life. I was doing something good for him. It's crazy. It's like the devil. He tries to tell me, and especially in prison, it seemed like if I fed a dude a few bowls, I don't know, man. I can't even, it's hard to describe. I'm going to tell you something. One thing I try not to do is eat with a brother I want a long-lasting relationship with. Because of my experience, see? My experience is if I take you out, treat you good, and, you know, make you happy for the whole day, whatever it is, you know, just taking you out, treating you, whatever it is, in prison, you know, all that. You the same motherfucker that wants to backbite. You the same dude that, for whatever reason, I have no idea what it is. Maybe you think now that I treated you good for a week, that I have to treat you good for the rest of your life. You have no idea the struggles I go through, or been going through, or even in there, I had, $50,000 in my account? That's how I was living in there. I had $50,000 in my account through at least 15 years in my bed, 20 years. So, you know, I treated a lot of brothers good. And what I can tell you is this, half of them brothers crossed me. Now they couldn't hurt me, but crossed me verbally, maybe said something stupid, or maybe took off with a package. I mean, let them make $300, $500, and they took everything, and they think they got over on me. But all they did was save me a whole lot of energy, because I just cut them off. I have no problem with that. I don't need to see you ever again, and if I do, I hope that we both don't overreact. So getting back to that other thing, Bronx House of Detention. I also, let me see, was that? Oh, that was 91. In 90, I think it was 93 or 94. I was already CMC Max for assaultive behavior. Now, I was an unusual CMC Max, because most dudes that CMC Max, they that for escape, or they got some high profile case. Me, I was in there, I'm just a thug. I got a whole bunch of, whatever, accusations of assaultive behavior using a weapon. So I'm mixing up with millionaire, dudes that got it. All I got is my hands and my heart. But we all got along real good. But this one time they was trying to move me, and I was tired of getting moved. And so I told them, I'm not moving. I'm sick and tired of moving every time a rat calls the captain and tells them I'm dogging the phone. Or, whatever. Maybe I'm not letting them use the phone enough. I don't know what his problem. Maybe he's a rat and knows how I feel about rats. I have no clue. All I know is I'm trying to do my time as smooth as possible. I'm not looking for trouble. But so why is y'all always moving me? I haven't been here 10 days, and I'm in the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx. I got girls coming to visit me. They walk into the Bronx Supreme Court. I got females yelling out the window, beeping the horn. Yo, Papi, it's us. What you need tomorrow? I'm gonna come see you. Come on. Who wants to leave? Something like that. You think I want to go back to Brooklyn House? I don't know many people in Brooklyn. The only place I'm going from the Bronx House is Queens House, Brooklyn House, NIC, and that's it. And if I get lucky, or maybe C95 one upper. But none of them is as close to my females as the Bronx. Like I told you, they literally walking from Melbrook houses, Alexander Avenue. They walking to the Bronx House to come see me. I got so many females coming to see me, I got to tell a few of them to please stop coming. Because I got to, I'm trying to hold on to the ones that's, that I know is going to stick around for at least a year and a half. So I got to tell females, please, you got to stop coming to see me. And I don't want to name the females right now. One of them is pretty famous. Or her brother is, or her baby's father is. Let's put it that way. But I had to let her know, I couldn't do it like that. Anyway, so anyway, they wanted to move me, and I was, like I said, I was tired of being moved. I didn't even do anything to anybody. So, what my problem was, a dude gets uncomfortable. Maybe he's got some shit under the, he's hiding something. I'm not looking for people that's hiding anything. News is gonna come to me eventually. But I don't go looking at a dude. I'm not studying dudes. I'm doing me. But just my presence alone, if a dude is foul, and there's always one or two foul dudes in every CMC house. It's always got to be one. Come on. Everybody, all 12 of us can't be, come on. There's always going to be a dude in there calling the captain. I can't stand them dudes. So what happened is they tried to move me again, like I showed you. So I held them off. It'd be like, it's something like the Attica thing. The whole squad came, they got the riot gear on. See, in Attica, they didn't have the riot gear, they just had the sticks. But in the Bronx house, they had the riot gear on, the shield. They threatening me, telling me, look, man, you gotta move. If you don't, we come in there and extract you, blah, blah. It ain't gonna be pretty. I said, yeah, it ain't gonna be pretty. I understand all that, but we all going to the hospital. At the end of the day, I'm not going to the hospital alone. So whenever you want, you're welcome to come up in here. Because I'm not moving anywhere voluntarily. You want to transfer me somewhere, you're going to have to take me to the hospital first. Because I'm going to make it, this going to happen. I'm tired of getting moved around. I'm putting my motherfucking foot down. It's over right here, right now. So anyway, it went on for, this definitely went on a lot longer than the Attica thing. It might have went on 25 minutes, 30, 40, whatever it was, 35 minutes. Finally, they just rushed me in my cell. They tried to sneak up on me. They caught me while they was talking to me. So anyway, they got a certain way of camouflaging when they gonna rush you. So the first dude that came in, he had the shield. He rushing in with the shield, like. So I don't know what I just maneuvered somehow. Woo, just like the Matrix. Kind of like rolled the shield, went around. Got the next dude that was coming in. 2 or 3 of them was in there. It was 4. He just run like. I'm getting knocked out. I'm waking back up. I remember that. Going out, waking back up, going at it. So this one dude, I remember this one cat that had his helmet. Because like I told you, they had the helmets on. But the helmet's got like a glass in the front. So I grabs the helmet and I'm trying to rip it off his head. And you should see this dude's face. I'm looking dead in his eyes. I'm trying to rip this thing off his head. I want to get a clean shot. So he's looking at me like scared. Yo, he was scared to death. I'm talking about scared to death. I don't know what happened. I don't remember if I ripped it off or not. I can't, everything just went black. I'm not gonna lie. I got stomped out. I ended up in Bronx, Bellevue for like 9 days. My ears were so fat, they had to hold me for 9 days so they could get the blood out of my ears with a needle. So, and I had my body, everywhere you looked, I had foot marks. So when I was knocked out, they were stomping me out. I had footprints all over my body. Anyway, long story short, so I don't know, they justified it somehow by saying that I ripped the police during the process. Somehow I got my hands on a razor and ripped the neck and part of the chest of one of the COs. That's what he swore to anyway. So that's how I got, I turned from CMC Max to ESU Escort. ESU Escort is Emergency Service Unit. Riot Squad, they take me everywhere. And I'm ESU Escort for life in New York City. That's why I stay away from New York City if I can. Because, think about it. ESU Escort, right? You think when I go in the city, they don't know that? When I go to Rikers, I remember one time I didn't go to Rikers for like a few years. I was coming back from up north. They put me in C95. I got a job moving the trays around. That's all. I'm all over the building. So I'm over. This is crazy. Yeah. I'm just got the trays. I'm going to this house, that house. I'm making moves. Yo, that was a Friday, right? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday morning, they told me I had to go downstairs, that, wine me pen or whatever, in the front of the building. That's where they got the trash and all that. I get down there, what do I see? About 6 big ass ESU, SWAT team. And I'm playing it dumb, like I'm acting like I don't know that they there for me, But sure enough, like I said, man, that's when I realized, and they told me, yo, you're gonna be ESU escort for life. So anyway, I wanted to share that story with you. And matter of fact, the day is a significant day. I'm gonna tell you the date that happened. On June 7th, and that's why I'm telling you the story. June 7th, 1994, Bronx House of Detention. I had to settle $35,000 in 1998. This happened in 1994. But I had to settle because they were saying if I don't settle, they're going to charge me with assault in the COs. There was about 2 of them ready to testify, supposedly. So I took $35,000, real stupid move. I could have got a lot more for that. So I like to send this message to anybody that got some kind of situation like that in there. Hold on, man. Don't let the pressures of needing money, fast. You want the commissary money. You watching dudes going to the store with $50 every week, and you could do that if you had a few thousand in your account. But if you wait 1 more year, that money could be double, triple, or 10 times as much. And remember, I had a habit too. I had a wife that was always, she basically started extorting me at the end, So I had to leave her. But and that's when I left my wife, I also left my dope habit, 1998. Because, that's a hard hit. When you lose your wife over the way I lost mine and things, you learn, and I tell you, now you might have heard of Kev Red from the Bronx. That's my man. He was CMC with me, CMC Max. So Kev Red, I remember. Now I was hurting. Dudes knew it. I went through a whole year, I was in the fog, dudes couldn't even hardly talk to you. I was just losing it. And I was at Shawanga at that time. I got another story about that soon. But I don't know if it was Shawanga where me and Kev Red was. It must have been Shawanga. Kev Red or Auburn, I can't remember. But I know he told me this. I said, yo, Kev, man, I'm losing it, man. He said, yeah, I know, man. I'm watching you. What's wrong with you, brother? I said, yo, man, I don't know, man. I just can't understand how my wife got strung out on drugs, she was strung out on that trailer visit, man. I couldn't even make love to her. It was crazy. So he said, look, man, me and you, we go way back. And me and Kev Brett was real tight in the CMC houses, man. So Kev said, yo, your woman are a reflection of their man. Your woman is a reflection of you. Those were the deepest jewels a homeboy has ever given me. From hearing that to looking in the mirror and saying, I got this girl. She watches me sniff on the visit. It's my fault. And I just let it go, man. I kicked raw dog. You just couldn't even, it didn't matter. You could do that shit around me. I'll tell you to wipe your nose. If you got that shit on your nose, I'll tell you to wipe your nose. So I was, to me, it was poison after that. Strictly poison. So, but like I said, thanks to Kid Red and them jewels,